There's a moment in every life when the story you've been living no longer feels like the story you're meant to tell. Not because anything is wrong, but because something inside you is waking up. A quiet shift, a subtle ache, a whisper that says, you're meant for more than this version of yourself you've been forming. This season is about that whisper, the slow burn of identity reinvention, the emotional transformation that begins long before anyone else can see it, the becoming. Because reinvention isn't a dramatic leap, it's a cinematic unfolding, a series of small, honest moments where you stop shrinking, stop apologizing, and start returning to the truest version of yourself. And if you're here, listening, something in you is already shifting. Something in you is already becoming. Welcome to Season 2 of Backstory Movies, The Art of Becoming, where cinema becomes a mirror and every mirror becomes a map. Before we close today, I want to speak to you directly. There's a moment in every story where the character steps out of the chapter they've outgrown and into the one they were always meant to write. And that's where we are right now. For a long time, this platform has been the place where my voice lived, where these conversations about identity, psychology, and the emotional architecture of your life began. But stories evolve, characters evolve, and sometimes the container has to evolve with them. So, this is my final message here. Not an ending, but a transition, a doorway. Because everything I've been building, the cinematic psychology, the identity reinvention, the emotional storytelling, the deep work around who you are becoming, it all has a new place now, a new home now. A place where the visuals match the depth, where the pacing matches the emotion, where the story can breathe. The home is YouTube, and the channel is called Backstory Movies. If you've ever felt seen in these episodes, if something in you has shifted, or awakened, or softened, or strengthened, then I want you with me there. Because what's becoming next is bigger, more cinematic, more intentional, more aligned with the identity you're stepping into. On YouTube, I can give you the full experience, the visuals, the pacing, the emotional resonance, the storytelling that feels like a film, but lands a truth that you've always known. So here's my invitation. Not as a creator to an audience, but as one human to another. Come with me. Come to the next chapter. Come to the place where your story and mine continue to unfold. Search Backstory Movies on YouTube or go directly to backstorymovies.com and creativitiesexpression.com to step into the world we're building. A world where your identity is not a limitation, but a beginning. This isn't goodbye. This is the moment in the movie where the camera pulls back, the music rises, and the character walks toward the life they were meant to claim. I'll meet you there on YouTube at Backstory Movies. This is Annette. Thank you for listening. Reinvention isn't a destination, it's a decision, one you make quietly, courageously, over and over again. A decision to stop performing the version of yourself that made others feel comfortable. A decision to stop shrinking to fit the room. A decision to step into the identity you've been circling your entire life. And here's the truth. You're not becoming someone new. You're returning to someone real, someone whole, someone you've always been. If today's episode stirred something in you, a memory, a longing, a version of yourself you're ready to meet, follow that feeling. Let it guide you. For more cinematic psychology insights, visit backstorymovies.com, where every movie becomes a mirror and every mirror becomes a map. And if you're navigating your own reinvention, explore creativity'sexpression.com, where identity becomes art and becoming becomes wearable. So until next time, keep watching closely, keep becoming bravely, and remember, the next version of you is already waiting.